Hello, 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 and welcome to my first ever review. So, thank you all for coming to my channel. I just want to say please like, subscribe, and hit that notification button to make sure that you get all the reviews while I'm coming in doing this thing hot, okay? So, I've been watching these shows for a while, but I never really did reviews, but why not? I got an opinion. But I think I offer something a little bit different. So, maybe you like it, maybe you won't, but hopefully you will. So, I watched Real Housewives of Beverly Hills premiere. Um, I'll say overall it was, you know, lukewarm, but it was the first episode. It should be lukewarm, right? So let's go ahead and get into the notes. First off, all the ladies look beautiful on the intro screen picture thing. So they all look great. But Lisa and Kyle meet up, and so Kyle got her nose done. She had a nose broken. She got a nose job. I actually say I think her original nose is cute, if that was her original nose. But the new nose is a lot slimmer. I could see how it take years off. You know, Lisa Rinna came in some jeans and a black shirt. She looked like Lisa Rinna. Yeah. Erica and Dorit meet up. So they was discussing, it was like reconnecting with folks at home. So, what it was like being at home with the kids, what it was like for her being at home with just Tom and let's just say, I mean, yeah, Erica is married to Tom. I'm not gonna say she didn't love the man. I'll never take that away from her. But I think we could tell she probably discovered then before whatever, that she really didn't like him. So it is what it is. So we see Garcelle, Sutton, and Garcelle has a friend there. Her name's Cherie. So they were sitting and talking. Garcelle said that she had became friends with Sutton. They done hung out a good number of times, and she's getting ready to meet with Lisa Renna soon to discuss what happened last season with Denise. So Denise is not on this season, as we know, but of course Denise has to come up, which it is related to Lisa Renna and Garcelle in a sense. Technically everybody, but it is what it is. Lisa, Cal, Erica, and Dorit all get together. I must say, I did not too much care for Dorit's outfit in this scene. It wasn't horrible. Just didn't too much care for the outfit. Mauricio come in, looking good as always. Hey, Mauricio. And, ask him, do they want something? He's going to do something with the kids. They laughing, talking. Dorit saying that she's going to do something at her house where she's going to invite everyone. Just let them know, hey, I'm going to, get things together. We're going to have like a little barbecue, which I hate that they call these things barbecues or cookouts, whatever. Like, when I tell you, y'all have catered food. You're having a dinner. You are having a gathering. You're not having a barbecue. You are not having a cookout. There's not one grill going or anything, but we'll get there. We'll get there. We'll get there. Reel it on back in. They showed Dorit confessional. Dorit looks like she has some face work done. I can't say for sure, but she looks almost plastic-ish. And even when they do like that little flash thing, whenever they're like introducing the person in the scene, I guess whose scene it is, they will flashing. Dorit looks, her and Lisa Rinna, they just look like they're just plastic dolls, like they've gotten their face done. They look different. Or whoever contoured her nose did a great job, but it's one or the other. Face job, contour. Not sure. One or the other. They show us Sutton's new home that she's getting built. It looks like it's going to be a beautiful home. But she's also renting Kyle's house in Beverly Hills. And let me tell you something. $25,000 is what they go for. But she gave her the family and friends discount, which is $20,000 a month. Now, I don't have that kind of money. But, golly, that's a lot of money. 20,000. What? That's like what, $240,000 a year. The things I could do if I was just sitting my butt at home and $240,000 a year was coming in to me. I need to go ahead and get on this rental property game. Let me get my little self together. I need to go ahead and get some properties. I need to get some stuff fixed up and done right. Get on my rental property game. But we that's coming. Give me a little time, but it's on the way. But Sunday has a beautiful home. Her and Kyle is talking, and Kyle is talking about how it's weird walking through her house, with other people's stuff. And I can only imagine what that would feel like. I'm in my old home. This is what it is that I would do in it. I used to do this over here, and I walk in the room, and there's a big picture of this woman and somebody on my wall. Oh, God. I can only imagine how weird that is. I don't have that struggle. It ain't even a struggle. I don't have that privilege yet, but it's on the way. But it's interesting. Usually, we would say in the psychology world, someone who is that, I don't want to say full of themselves or vain, but someone who likes to see themselves all around is usually like a narcissistic type of person. I'm not saying something is narcissistic. Now, we can all have narcissistic tendencies, borderline tendencies. We have tendencies of these things, avoidant tendencies. I'm not saying she's those things, but it's interesting to see like this huge picture of her on the wall. But we'll get there maybe later. Garcelle meets with Lisa. Garcelle, her confessional looks really good. That businesswoman look, I like it, and she just looks good overall. Now, Lisa Rinna immediately jumped into, yeah, I know I was wrong. I was effed up. I was the CUNT. I was all these different things. Yeah, I know I can be this. I can be that. Yeah, yeah. And I agree with Garcelle. She's owning it. So nobody will jump on her because she knows she was wrong. Like, what type of person has been friends with someone, let me say, for more than 5 years? I think they were friends. I think they said for like, they've known each other probably for like 20 plus. They've probably been friends for like over 10. But I'm going to say 5 years. Let's just keep it 5. You, as my friend, choose to believe someone else over me. Okay, that's one. Let's say you have reason to think that I may not be being truthful. So you decide to go dig up proof for it. Lastly, you did decide to team up with some women against me. That ain't no friend. Mm-mm. No way, no how you are not a friend of mine. If I don't want to say who I laid down with, that's my business. If I want to deny that I laid down with a person after they say they laid down with me, that's my business. As my friend, it is not your job to do an investigation of your own and to then try to like spray me in front of everybody when you know I'm having a difficult time with these people in this moment right now anyway. You know I'm having a difficult time. And you are sitting there literally ambushing me with them and then saying that I'm gaslighting you, or that when I use the word gaslight, I'm not using it in the correct form. Lady, that's what you have done to your friend, supposedly. Like Garcelle said, if that's how you treat your friends, if that's how you protect your friends, girl, I do not need you. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. Why would I want a friend like that? What type of friend is that? She almost reminds me of a person with like a borderline tendency. I'm not saying she's borderline, but just some tendencies. That type of person who will start something and then try to act like that they're the victim. Like, oh, you've done something to me. Oh my God. Yes, I know I do these things, but you should forgive me because it's just a part of who I am. No, no, no. That might be who you are. You might be a backstabber. You might be a fence rider. But what you're not going to do is then sit and just act as if, well, you're supposed to forgive me because that's just who I am. No, sister, you can have it. You can have that because that's not who I am. That's not what I like. That's not what I do. Honestly, if I was Garcelle, I probably wouldn't talk to you at all. I probably just told you, look, girl, we just ain't gonna kick it. We just can't get along. I don't do that kind of stuff. But hey, if I see you in the company, we could be cool. Just like she said, we go try slowly. we go do our tiptoe thing here. We're gonna tiptoe, but as we see Lisa's like, oh, we're good. We're good enough to tiptoe, girl. I didn't say we was good. So that's gonna be interesting. Excuse me, as things are progressing and moving forward and moving on. But okay, usually when people try to and I'll be honest, it's always a good thing to own your stuff. It's always a good thing to be honest because when you're honest, like Garcelle said, I can't jump on her. I can't say anything like kind of attack her or say anything crazy to her because she's basically spilling everything. She's owning it, which is true. When a person, no one can spray you with your stuff or correct you on your stuff if you acknowledge it and say it first. So in that instance, she did a good thing. However, we know that she's spilling like that because she knows she's wrong. Like, you're wrong. And you're trying to get empathy from someone. No, ma'am. No empathy given, none provided. You did that to yourself. Can't stand you. But anyway. So, Garcelle and Dorit get together. Again, Garcelle has a beautiful home. It's not as large as all the other ladies' homes. I think those super big houses is a bit much anyway, especially when it's just two people living in it or whatever. But Garcelle has a beautiful home. And maybe I feel like that about other people's home because I can't afford a home like that. But Garcelle has a beautiful home. I think it's absolutely beautiful. I can't even afford her home. But but her and Dorit meet. She told Dorit about the lunch and everything, and like, I told her we go tiptoe. It's cool or whatever. I think Dorit was cute in this episode. I think I liked her outfit there. Beautiful car though. I love her car. But yes, so that was Dorit and Garcelle. Not really much going on there. We get to meet Crystal. Now, Crystal, I'm liking you so far. She seems like she's a straight shooter. She's very open. I enjoy an open personality. I'm a very open person. I'm a Capricorn, so I'm very grounded. And whenever we are open with you like that, and once we tap into who we truly are, we're good communicators. But I think she said she's type A. A type A person is someone who's very direct and they're pretty good communicatively as well. So that's probably why I like her. But anyway, so far. But she tells us about her culture and also the way that she held her baby. And look, I don't have children. I've never birthed children. I'm a man. I can't do that. Thank God. Also, I know they say like men passing a kidney stone is, I guess, somewhat like the equivalent of what it feels like to give birth. But I don't know. I haven't had kidney stones, and I'm trying. Lord, please don't let me ever have kidney stones. But when it pertains to her, girl, you had some willpower to hold that baby in for an additional 40 minutes. Homegirl said it was 7:20. She wanted to wait till 8:00, and that's when her baby came out. Willpower. I'm very eager to see more about her. Very eager. She said a lot. I like how they do the name drops. I've done it too. And I don't even know people like they do. But when I meet a celebrity, or a B-list celebrity, or a C-list celebrity, and I've had a conversation with them, I'm like, oh girl, yeah, I had a talk with so-and-so. I have a picture with myself and like Jussie Smollett, for instance. I'm like, oh, girl, yeah, I took a picture with Jussie, but I know one of his really, really good friends, and we cool. We be talking all the time. So, I get, we try to look, I got a little connection here, a little connection there. I ain't even on the scene. Or whenever you're on a professional network, like when I lived in DC, as y'all see, as I lived in DC, one of the things like, oh yes, girl, yeah, I was at Troy Patterson's party, or oh yes, I was over here at Kama's event. You name drop just to let the people know, hey, I'm a professional as well. I'm in the game and I'm here just like everyone else. So check it. All right. So we have we getting ready. Everybody getting dressed for the party. Dorit's kids. First of all, I love all the kids on shows. Kids be getting their parents together. That little boy Jagger told Dorit that her dress looked like a robe. And Phoenix told her, I can see your boobs while you wearing it. Let me tell you something. I like kids. Kids will let their mamas and daddies know. So they get to the party. Erica looked cute. It was cute. It was real poofy. character-esque. It gives what she gives. It was cute. Dorit, I think Dorit looked cute as well. Very almost like she was trying to go to like an award show or something, or a beautiful banquet. She looked really nice. Rena, I didn't like that pantsuit. I'm not a big patterns person, like patterns. Um, I tried to get into patterns, but I just feel like it don't look right on me. But I just do not like patterns. I felt like it was too busy with all that green, and I didn't like that. Um, Sutton always look a mess. I really need Sutton to get a stylist. Like Sutton looks a mess. Sutton need to talk to Crystal's stylist or something. Cause I mean Sutton she just needs to dress conservative and leave it alone and call it a day. Sutton looked a mess. I hated that dress. Crystal, cute. She looks out of place though. She looks out of place, like she's at the wrong event. But she looked really, really cute. I loved her. That all black look, beautiful, beautiful. Kathy looked a mess. Kathy, you are a Hilton, the Hilton, the top Hilton. You're Paris Hilton's mother. You're like, you got money. Kathy looked like she went to the dollar store rack and pulled that out. And I know people who go to the dollar store rack and pull a good look together. Kathy looked a mess. I'm gonna need Kathy not to wear that ever again. I really would hate to dive in on her fashion sense. Kathy looked a hot ass mess. I'm just gonna leave it there. Kathy looked a mess. Garcelle, she was dressed down. I think that was dressed down for that, but it was cute. I like the pink. It was just one solid color. Again, I'm not a patterns person. I do more solids, so I thought it was cuter. Cal looked plain. I didn't too much care for her dress. It was almost close to Sutton's dress. Cal looked plain. What's Dorit's husband name? What is his name? I can't think of his name. Dorit's husband looked as if he was dressing younger than he should. He looked not right. Mauricio looks good. Mauricio pulled it together. Mauricio was snatched. Always. We're gonna keep going. All right, so we're at the party. Everyone's talking and everything. They're just having chats and catching up. And then you have Garcelle talking to Sutton, and you have, I think it was Lisa Rinna and Dorit talking, and they're talking about the lunch, and you have Sutton telling Garcelle, like, oh, Lisa thinks you guys are good. Maybe y'all should revisit this conversation. And, because she thinks y'all are good. And I'm like, no, Garcelle doesn't have to revisit anything. Why? Because she told Lisa at that table, baby steps. We're moving in baby steps. That's what she said to her. She did not say to Lisa, girl, we good, we cool, we friends again, no issues or anything like that. She told Lisa, she can't say, and I'm not going to say the word verbatim, so please forgive me. But she said to Lisa, girl, look, we're not buddy, we not what we was, because I saw how you do your friends. But I'm okay with baby steps. I mean, if you think back to the house, Garcelle was asking Dorit, like, how did you get to the place to trust her? Or do you really trust her? And Dorit even hesitated. So I don't think so. So no, Sutton, she don't need to revisit the conversation. I think Lisa needed to reflect back on the conversation and be honest with what it is. Like, hey, we have settled things for now, but we're taking our time to get to a better place. That's a better response. Okay, so now they're all talking about quarantine, what went good, what went bad. Everything is sounding cute, folks talking about their kids and, everything like that. And then it gets to Erica. And she talks about how she was depressed, how, she has never not done anything. And I want to just stop with this. A lot of times with people who have depression, one way to work yourself out of it is through behavioral activation. And what that is actually getting up and doing something, literally doing something. Trying to, we have 12 steps to positive change, for instance. One step is try to do thought stopping. So trying to stop the depressive thinking. Another step, I think it's like eating healthy, exercise, getting fresh air and sunshine, getting adequate sleep, using your downtime constructively. That was 6 of them. being persistent with your plan. So recognizing that if as long as you're persistent, things are gonna go well. Maintaining positive relationships, ending issues early. Um, it's three more. Oh God. Doing things novel, trying to find like new things to do, pushing your mind to be more creative. Um, two more. I can't. It's gonna take some energy, but those are it's that was 10 of the 12 steps. Like one thing with people who do not want to get on medication, don't get it wrong. Medication plus therapy is the best way to have longevity of care. That's the way that you actually titrate down on medication and get off medication for like depression and anxiety, by also learning those behavioral tactics and strategies and getting those coping skills that you can utilize for yourself. So that way, whenever you experience that again, you're able to get yourself out of it. Erica said she called a psychiatrist and got medication. That's what a lot of people do. They'll call a psychiatrist, they'll call their PCP. This is what I'm experiencing, and they'll get a prescription. I'm not saying not to get a prescription. A prescription can be helpful, but please see a psychologist. I'm a psychologist. See a psychologist or someone that's a counselor, master's level counselor, a social worker, a psychologist, someone that you can do individual therapy with. Why? Because we're the ones who actually teach you the coping techniques. We allow you the space to talk about it and everything like that to get you in a position to where you can work your stuff out of it. Research has even shown that therapy alone works just as well as medication alone for like depression and anxiety. The only difference is it takes about 6 to 8 weeks for the therapy to get to that place where you can feel, in a sense, the impact, the effect, and that's because you actually have to work. You got to be actively working for it. Medication, it happens quicker. Sometimes things about 7 to 14 days because you're just taking that pill and you're just getting that chemical in you enough so that it I think it's a reuptake inhibitor. So it's for serotonin. So it slows down, I think, serotonin reuptake. So more serotonin is allowed to stay in your brain longer. That's what the pill does. And not saying that not saying it's not beneficial. However, it's the easiest thing to do. She did not mention anything about therapy. I don't know if she went to therapy. They didn't say if she went to therapy, but it was not mentioned. The only thing that was mentioned was medication. And I just want people to understand that therapy is out there for you. Therapy is also going to take a lot of work and it takes longer. But if you just do medication alone, once you stop, you have what's called a rebound effect, which means you experience those symptoms that you once had a lot more intensely. So what you want to do, and I think that's like initially. So that's why the therapy is helpful and the titration down on medication is good. However, if you don't want to take medication and you have depression or anxiety symptoms, please call your insurance company, or you could look up people who are doing pro bono services for therapy so that you can get the help needed. So with that being said and done, that was the end of Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. This is my first review. It felt kind of good to do. So I'm looking forward to doing more and building up my subscribers and getting to a place where I'm doing more.